1,000 feet above it all at the premier destination of action sports competition, Aspen, Colorado. X Games first came here in 2002, and we are back 23 years later. Welcome to X Games Aspen 2024. It is Friday night under the lights. As you can see, we are fired up. My name is Salema Masakela. I had the privilege of being here in 2002, and I'm so excited to be back here in 2024 to watch 90 of the best athletes on the planet from 18 countries pursue the most coveted prize in all of action sports, X Games Gold. And of course, nothing but star power on tap tonight. Chloe Kim, Alex Hall, Scotty James. But we start with the new fan favorite event, Knuckle Huck. And of course, you can't talk about Knuckle Huck without the creative wonder of Zeb Powell. We'll throw it up to Brando and Craig. Why is it, you guys, that Knuckle Huck has become the fan favorite at X Games?
Well, Salema, it's controlled chaos, and I use controlled in the loosest sense of the word, Craig.
I mean, the reason this is so contagious, it is so relatable. Look outside. Do you see snow and do you see a bump? That could be considered a knuckle. You could do a Knuckle Huck trick. I doubt you will do one to the caliber of these gentlemen here tonight, but hey, you can dream.
It's what we've all been waiting for, the Thayers men's snowboard Knuckle Huck, and it starts right now. Kicking things off, the young Canadian out of Ontario, 20 years old, making his debut, Liam Brearley.
Kid's a problem. Kid's an absolute problem. He also got the nod for Big Air, so we will see him in the men's snowboard Big Air later. How does he start off his first X Games campaign? How about a nollie backside 1080? Marcus Cleveland, I hope you're watching because you inspired that trick right there. Liam Brearley, wow.
Liam Brearley has arrived here at the X Games right out the gate. Here in Knuckle Huck, leaves no doubt about it, an ode to Marcus Cleveland, as you said there, partner.
Nollie back 10, goes 3 times around. When I say nollie, he pops off the nose of his snowboard. That generates the lift for him to do such a big rotation.
Dylan Alito, 33 years old. We saw him at Knuckle Huck last year where he took 6th place out of Golden, Colorado.
Switchback 5, Miller, and then does that method kick out. Shout out Torgeir Bergerum. We've shouted out 2 Norwegians and we only had 2 runs dropped thus far, but I like the look of this thing. Look at this, switch toes, drags that front hand, switchback 5, boop.
Camo kid, I can't even see him.
I don't know where he is right now, folks. I'm scared. He's right behind us.
And if you've never watched Knuckle Huck before, buckle up. It is a torrid pace. Dropping in now, Luke Winkelmann. Out of Blowing Rock, North Carolina, 23 years old in his 3rd X Games appearance.
Whoa, way to the bottom there. Huge fakey ollie. That switch takeoff, right off the nose, fakey ollie, and then a little switchback one right here. Now, folks at home, you're going to see so many different tricks. If you watch slopestyle, if you watch half pipe, if you watch anything like that, this is completely different. There is no takeoff. This is a mound of snow. You have to generate your own lift. You need to go fast.
Out of Richmond, MA, making his X Games debut, 31 years old, Nate Haust.
Backside 720. Grabs nose for the first 360 and then says, I'm sick of this. Grabs tail for the second 360. Switching up grabs with the backside 720 from Nate Haust. Oh, it wasn't quite tail. Could have been attempting that method there. This kid, I'm scared to see what he does tonight. I saw on Instagram earlier today. Backside double 1080 with a hand drag in there. Let's see.
Jake Canter, 20 years old. It's his 4th X Games appearance.
1, 2. I guess it wouldn't even be like a 1080. It's more of like a double back 720 or that kind of like barrel roll takeoff. But he definitely gets some hand on the knuckle. And I'm going to be honest with you folks, that's my favorite trick I've seen thus far. 1, 2. It looks like he's going to hit his head on the knuckle, but he says, no, I'm carrying too much MPH. I won't do that.
Nice first run for Jake Canter here in the Thayers men's snowboard knuckle huck. We've gotten this far. I haven't even told you about the format. It's a 20-minute jam session. Judges rank the overall impression based on, say it with me, creativity, innovation, difficulty, progression.
And what does progression mean? That means seeing something we haven't seen. We are lucky enough to have been blessed with the event for a couple years now. We've seen some wild stuff. Marcus Cleveland, Zeb Powell, they are bringing new tricks. We want to see new tricks every single year, and we could see a new one from this young Canadian.
Yeah, he's not just a big dog, he's a hungry dog. 9th X Games appearance. First time, though, we're seeing him in knuckle huck. Darcy Sharpe.
Oh, wow. I got blinded by the light. Took off switch, dragged the hand, switch barrel roll, if you will.
Darcy has a gold medal from slopestyle. Can he get a medal in knuckle huck?
Really held it there.
Boy.
There was a lot of hand on snow there. He might have got frostbite. It was hanging out there for so long. Oh, right in second.
And Darcy Sharpe jumping up into second place. And here's a guy who may have done practice this week. 22-year-old Miles Fallon.
I mean, he's using everything. We saw the cartwheel to start things off. And that signature. I like to call it a nothing slide because he doesn't really do anything. It's a toe edge. He's going so fast that he gets air, just holds his hand. That one he landed in a backside 3'd out, so very interesting.
And then there was one, the chosen one. Potentially the reason why this thing even exists. Dare I say, the most creative man on a snowboard, Zeb Powell.
Rippy flip, nose grab on a 250 centimeter. Oh, no, he's not. He's not. He switched his bindings. It looks like a 156, 57, 58.
If you were looking for human flight on the menu, you've come to the right restaurant.
Rippy flip 720 right there.
We're just one run in here in the Thayers men's snowboard knuckle huck. Much more to come from night one here at X Games Aspen. Don't go anywhere.
X Games Aspen is brought to you by Thayers Natural Remedies for better looking skin.
And GoPro, the official camera of fun.
We welcome you back to night one of X Games Aspen. We're one run in here in the Thayers men's snowboard knuckle huck. It's a gorgeous evening and a packed crowd out here at Buttermilk, but let's keep the fun, shall we? We roll up to the top where the third member of our team is, DC.
Thank you very much, Brando. Yeah, hanging out up here at the top, and I got to tell you, the vibe is live up here. Loving the energy these dudes are bringing. Shout out Marcus Cleveland. Craig, as you said, Marcus, we hope you're tuning in from home. We love you and wish you were here and heal up quick. But we got to talk about Zeb Powell out here in the knuckle huck. I mean, busting down the door on his rookie appearance with the gold medal, and the sphere of influence that he's had since then is absolutely incredible. So all you tuning in, be prepared to be influenced because we have some of the most creative minds in snowboarding.
Well said, DC. Yep, after one run, it's Jake Canter, Zeb Powell, and Darcy Sharpe as your current top three. But methinks we'll see some changes throughout the night here, Krager.
Absolutely. Overall impression. One run doesn't really win this. The judges want to see you put down all 20 minutes of this jam format.
Here's Liam Brearley.
Oh my good word! I did not know how he got that last cab 360 around. I'm really excited to look at this replay because he's got 2 for 2. Takes off switch, does that hand drag, kind of like we saw from Miles Fallon, but instead of just putting that switch toes down, he adds a 720 to that. Simply mind-boggling. And rightfully so, Liam Brearley up into that #1 spot.
So here's Dylan Alito's second run here in the Thayers men's snowboard knuckle huck.
And Dylan Alito lets the hoof breathe. Trying that frontside Miller flip with only 1 foot attached to his snowboard. He took a little too much speed into that one, though, Brandon. Didn't really get the hand drag on there.
Love to see the creativity. That's what this contest is all about. Here now, Luke Winkelmann.
Oh, beautiful from Luke Winkelmann, but these guys are jacked up, and when you have that much adrenaline, you go really, really fast. And Luke Winkelmann, I think, went just a little bit too fast
Luke said,
on that one.
who wants to see me do a big trick? Dude, Nate Haust is like, I'm not messing around. You call my name, I'm jumping.
Ooh, frontside 720 right there. Attempt.
So closing in on the 14-minute mark here in Knuckle Huck. Baby J Canter now sitting in that silver medal spot, Craig.
Okay, I see what you did, Jake Canter. In run one, he did that double barrel roll with the hand drag. Here he tried to just do a backside double and hold it at 9 right there. Apologies to Nate Haust if that was not. I think that might have been a cab rotation. I was actually assaulted in the commentator's booth by somebody right there, so I missed it. Darcy Sharpe, creativity through the roof. Backside 360, lays back, and then does a backside 360 out of that.
And isn't it so nice to see Darcy Sharpe in Knuckle Huck?
It's refreshing. It's just a nice glass of cool water on a hot day. That's what I feel.
It's a sultry saxophone and a sunset with a loved one, isn't it?
That's exactly what it is.
Miles Fallon! Howdy!
So he wants to join the 900 party right there. Frontside 9, tail grab. Remember, there's no takeoff. You gotta go fast and
Thank you for the reminder. Closing in on 13 minutes here. Dropping in next, Zeb Powell. And talking to Salema Masekela, who spends a lot of time with him, he described it as there's a magnetism to Zeb. Doesn't matter if you're in Encinitas, LA, New York. Kids walk up and they just want to chat with him. There's something so powerful about that.
Why do they want to? Because he's riding a 205 centimeter snowboard with the swallowtail. See the tail, how it's cut like that? He's riding it switch. I mean, this is just so difficult. Cab 180. Then he was looking for maybe a hand drag on the backside rodeo here. Doesn't get it, but
he's riding a yacht, Craig.
Yeah. He's on the semi of snowboards right now.
Thayers Milky Toner. It does more than pores. It hydrates for 48 hours. Snow mushroom and hyaluronic acid takes skin from dry to dewy. Milky Toner from Thayers.
Well, we're already a couple runs in here, the Thayers men's snowboard Knuckle Huck, and we start back up off the top. Liam Brearley.
I've loved what Liam Brearley has done.
As you should. He's our current leader, Craig.
Oh, wow. Shout out Marcus Cleveland again. Very similar to his kind of board slide nollie.
So he goes to that heel side stop.
Rodeo.
Which is almost impossible to get pop off of without.
Wow.
Took a lot of speed into that with that like board slide, power slide, and then generate the flip off the nose out of that. Liam Brearley has gone 3 for 3.
As an X Games rookie, no less. But here now, Dylan Alito.
I'm thinking he's going back for that Miller flip with the 1 foot and hang on to it. Very tough to do because, well, he's only got 1 foot strapped in. I'm great at stating the obvious, Brando.
And 1 foot, anything 1 footer is close to your heart. I know that. So here's Luke Winkelmann.
Front one, switch back 5 with that Japan grab. Really tweaks it as he comes off the knuckle and then gives the crowd a spray. Let's take another look here. There's that Japan front hand around that front foot, really arching the back. Fell on that in his second run, make no mistake, in his third.
So Liam Brearley still leading the way. If you're just joining us in our comp format here for Knuckle Huck, we've got 8 riders, 20-minute jam session, overall impression. Now we talk about overall impression, what does that mean? Well, it just doesn't mean best single run counts, and that's the beauty of a contest like this, Craig.
There's 20 minutes you run the riders as many runs as they can get. At the end, they say, that person was the best. Did you see that tweet? That was really pumped the ego.
I'm feeling myself now.
Okay, thank you.
And Winkelmann puts it down on run number 3.
Oh, Winkelmann did put it down on run number 3.
Sorry, that was Nate Haust.
Nate Haust. He snuck one in there.
Holds it the entire way across.
That cap 3, switchback 5.
We're in the midst of the Thayers men's snowboard knuckle huck. Run 3. And it's the rookie, Liam Brearley, leading the way. Darcy Sharpe right behind him. And Zeb Powell sitting in 3rd.
Who I think, if he lands one, could maybe overtake Liam Brearley is Jake Canter dropping in right now. We saw him try that back double 9. So difficult to stop it. Stop it at the 900 rotation. Your body wants to go 10, but Jake Canter says no. Digs in the toes, and that's a make.
By the way, Nate Haust, that run jumped him up into 4th place. Where does this put Jake Canter? Watch out, Nate Haust taking over the knuckle huck. There you see the Thayers hype meter. Canter, of course, out of Silverthorne, Colorado. But here now, out of BC, Darcy Sharpe.
He's going really fast.
Oh, Craig, there was a hush over the crowd.
There was. He was going straight from the drop-in. And that looked so similar to that Zeb Powell kind of frontside 720 double hand drag. Let's take another look at it here.
It's a pulse check whenever Darcy Sharpe hits the knuckle.
Just the fingertips down there, full extension.
Completely upside down, blind.
It's giving Zeb Powell.
Landing past that last line though. Atta boy, Darce.
Right now, just under 10 minutes.
So Darcy Sharpe in 2nd place. Here now, Miles Fallon, as we said, was putting out clips this week. Thought he was the MVP of practice. He's got some work to do though.
That's the best part about this jam format is it's not as competitive as, let's say, a slopestyle or a super pipe event because you're not waiting for TV to come back up. It's torrid pace.
So check this out. This was our top video from 2022 when Zeb Powell did that pole jam. And how about Lego Steez putting it down this week? My favorite post of the week at X Games, Craig.
Absolutely. I actually got to interview Lego Steez earlier today. Really kind man. He put so much work into that, and he says Knuckle Huck is his favorite.
Your two passions, snowboards and Legos. Here now, Zeb Powell. What does he do for run 3?
Backside 5, touches the tail, and then cab 3. Holy smokes, folks.
There's just no one doing, thinking, believing that they can do things like Zeb Powell.
Well, what is also amazing is the logistics behind this. He is now back on his regular size snowboard. He is switching out equipment every single run. There was that back 5 and he cab 3 and he almost had it. I really want to see him try it again. Also, how gentle he touches just with the nose of his snowboard on the knuckle, Brando.
So Liam Brearley kicks off run number 4, and it's crazy. The X Games rookie still in the lead, Krager.
Oh my good word. The way he landed that stomp, you could hear it. It's visceral.
It was violent, wasn't it?
It was. Let's take another look here. Right foot forward, takes off that nollie backside rotation.
This is talent. This is art.
And let's also realize that was a nollie backside 1260, right? We saw him do that nollie back 10 right off the top. He adds another 180 to it. Very hard.
So here's Dylan Alito, sitting in 7th place.
Okay, there it is. I count that one. The other ones, maybe not so much. That frontside Miller flip with only 1 foot in was my favorite so far from Dylan Alito.
All right, Dylan, you can finally put that right foot back in.
Beautiful frontside Miller flip. Kicks the back hoof out. Shout out Bodie Merrill for really inventing that, and maybe Scott Stevens too. I may be missing a couple others, but I apologize.
So that jumps up Dylan a couple spots. Here now, Luke Winkelmann.
Oh, beautiful cab 7. Grabbing the nose of his snowboard with not one, but 2 hands. That switch of double nose grab. Let's take another look here. 1, 2. Takes off switch, land switch, 2 rotations around there. They've shaped the knuckle with a little bit more lift than we've seen in previous years. We're seeing a lot more rotations, more jumpish inspiration.
So here's Nate Haust on his 4th run.
Ooh.
So that'll do it for Nate's 4th run. Hey, we're having so much fun out here. Let's throw it to the host set. Let's bring in Salema Masekela. Salema, are you not entertained?
I am wholly entertained, and I'm kind of baffled. And if I was a judge right now, the question I would be asking, like, is it really knuckle huck if you're using the knuckle as a jump takeoff to land in the parking lot? I don't know. I'm really, really hyped on the people who are actually using the full extent of the knuckle. Obviously, I'm biased with Zeb, because if he makes that back 5, that back 5-3, like, it's a wrap. I think he should get gold.
Do you not feel that Jake Canter has used the knuckle, or Liam Brearley with their?
Yes, no. I think they've done enough, but I do think that Zeb's trick would take them out because of its particular use of the knuckle. Like, this is the knuckle huck.
Did you just see that?
I did. I didn't see the slam, though, because I was talking to you.
I think Jake Canter just answered your question. Cab 180, nollie, backside, double rodeo 1080 attempt. I mean, it is a mouthful. Yeah, I understand what you're saying, Slim. I totally hear you. It is not a big air event. Right?
It's not a big air. Right. So to me, it's like, don't cheat. Like, use max use of the knuckle at the knuckle huck.
It's definitive.
Like that right there. Darcy! Very Haldor Helgeson inspired with that sideways power slide, catch your edge, and initiate a flip out of that from Darcy Sharpe.
So 2nd place is where Darcy Sharpe will stay. Miles Fallon still looking for that signature trick out here tonight in knuckle huck, Craig.
1, 2,
3 and 2 though.
Miles Fallon with a absolute crowd favorite. The double tame dog.
What a shot, by the way.
A nollie front flip with another front flip from Miles Fallon there. And he's getting the love from the crowd, rightfully so. But Salema was extremely correct. They are going into the parking lot. This is the largest landing in North America, and they are using any of it.
So Zeb Powell, he's been sitting in that 3rd place spot. X Games, knuckle huck is blowing my mind right now. King Zeb killing it. I want to bring Salema back in. Help us call this one, buddy.
Guy who's not afraid of his edges. I was trying to watch the screen and also know that I was talking to you guys on camera. Now that's...
Go ahead, Salema.
That's max knuckle use, and then being able to then use your jacket as like a cape to settle your landing. You should get points for that.
Well, it's a Miller flip. Instead of your hand, you just use the entirety of your back.
Well, the thing that's really great about Zeb is that he tells me he doesn't know what he's gonna do before any run. Like, until he drops in, that's when he gets inspired for whatever it is. So I'm not surprised he didn't try the trick again.
No, and that's the truth. And Salema, you've told us about that in the past, that for somebody who's this creative and this talented, the competitive nature isn't quite what you would expect out of guys in the contest, but that's what makes him so extraordinary.
Yeah, it's the freedom, you know, like he literally lives in the moment, and if living in the moment causes him to win, he's happy, but he doesn't come into it like, I gotta win this thing. but I think he'll be stoked with the win regardless. But this whole this whole field though, like you remember when you used to be able to pick someone for Knuckle Huck to be like, oh well, it'll be Zeb. Just the level now of creativity across this whole deal is like, it's really anyone's game, and that's what I think what makes it so much fun.
Well said, and it's crazy to say that for a contest that's only 5 years old. It's just so much in its infancy.
It's so true, but what I think is so interesting is the trend we've seen in Knuckle Huck is a rookie almost always wins.
Right, very good point.
And then look at our leaderboard with 2 minutes left.
A rookie. So here's Luke Winkelmann, 5th and final run, sitting in 6th place.
Oh, I love that. That's got to be the biggest nollie you're going to see tonight, and I'm willing to bet on that. Huge nollie, goes as fast as he can, and then ollies off the nose of his snowboard.
Here's the Samsung Flow Motion. Gorgeous.
That's pop.
So Winkelmann jumping up into 4th place. Nate Haust sitting in 5th.
Backside double 10 stale fish off a knuckle. Hats off to Nate Haust. You're also going to see him in the street style jam. So he's got another event as well. He's doing a couple things.
We're also going to see Craig McMorris in that street rail jam.
I'm excited.
We are just under 1 minute.
Under 1 minute to ride with here in the Thayers men's snowboard knuckle huck. And dropping in Jake Canter. It's crazy that he's sitting in 8th place right now, Craig, because we know what he's capable of. Can he put it down right now? Oh!
Give him one more. Give him one more, because I really want to see him land that.
He'll do one.
He'll do one, folks. Give him one. Cab 1, nollie, double backside rodeo. I don't know if he's trying to go double backside rodeo 9 or double backside rodeo 10, but nonetheless, absolutely ridiculous trick selection.
Well, he's sitting in bronze medal spot, Darcy Sharpe. Can he move up podium position here on his final run?
Little cap 540, double hand drag right there from Darcy Sharpe. Also kind of interesting, he's one of the only riders using the furthest knuckle. Everybody else has been kind of sticking close to the rider's right, viewer's left side of the course.
There you see our current leader, the rookie Liam, as he watches on. Miles Fallon.
Double backflip. So we saw him last run go double front flip. He says, I'm going to go double backflip right here. Doesn't put the cleanest landing on it, but gets a rotation around.
He survived.
Uh-oh, I think I know what's coming next. You say he doesn't plan it. But
oh, you knew something was up Zeb Powell's sleeve. Liam Brearley's got to wait, because there's one final rider to drop. Can he gain his 2nd career X Games gold medal?
What does he do? Does he go double?
Zeb is saving his best for last. Go get yourself the gold. Let's find out. Oh!
That was... I was scared for Zeb, and I was also scared for Luke right there.
Yeah, do you have to be, God, you've got to be the trust.
I think you have to sign a waiver for that one.
When you're a prop on this
Look
one.
at this, though. Takes off. Going that rippy flip 720, if you will. And tapping a snowboard while you're doing it. Let's just take a hard trick and make it harder.
He slapped that thing.
And now they're wrestling, actually.
Oh, nothing wrong with that. So with that, the Thayers men's snowboard knuckle huck draws its conclusion. We're ready to hand out some hardware.
Do they know something we don't?
Who wins gold? And it looks like it's going to be Leo Brearley,
the rookie, who didn't even know he was going to be competing in this, comes back, gets a practice in
Ontario, stand up.
That is absolutely wild. But he was so on point all night.
Once again, Craig, you were on the point. The 20-year-old earns his first career X Games gold medal, given to him by music producer DJ Fisher,
former pro surfer.
And Darcy Sharpe with the
making his X Games debut, wins gold in Knuckle Huck. Let's head down to DC, who's with Liam.
Liam Brearley. Dude, congratulations. Talking about spinning in your atmosphere, getting the medal presentation from Fisher. Dude, you didn't even know you were going to be competing in X Games until last week. You won the Locks Open slopestyle contest. Yeah. Your agent got the call. He answered for you and was like, yes, he will be there at X Games. And here you are, first time at X Games, and you got gold. What's going through your head, man?
Dude, this is crazy. I wasn't even an alternate for Knuckle Huck, and I ended up getting in, and I was just like, okay, I'm going to go out there and try whatever I can, and it worked out. I have no words right now.
How much was your slopestyle win over in Locks in Switzerland last week? How much was that a motivator for this week at X Games for you? I mean, the stoke level's got to be so high with you right now.
Oh yeah, for sure. I think that helped with me getting in the first place, and I'm just so stoked right now. I'm so stoked on that, and I'm just hyped to be snowboarding and get all these new opportunities.
Well, Canada, stand up. Liam Brearley, your gold medalist for X Games, the rookie gone gold. Congratulations.
The trend continues, Brando. Rookies winning X Games Knuckle Huck. You love to see it.
What a moment for Liam Brearley. Zeb Powell and Darcy Sharpe round out our top three, but the night belonged to the 20-year-old making his X Games debut. Liam Brearley wins gold in Knuckle Huck.